and welcome back to another episode of Real American Cougar. A little bit of time that we can spend together talking about what's on our mind, what we've been thinking, looking for answers. I've had something on my mind lately that I'm going to share with you today. And I got to thinking about it, and I've had other friends tell me the same thing. And sometimes as you get older, and it's not an uncommon thing, people will feel as if they don't have any friends anymore. There's different reasons for that, but I found that my circle's gotten a lot smaller as I got older, and it's not an uncommon thing. There was a survey done in 2018. 35% of people 45 and over considered themselves lonesome. And sometimes you do get a lonesome feeling if you think, well, I don't have any friends anymore, or I don't keep in touch with, I don't know any of my old friends. You can feel pretty lonely. That amounts to, that 45% of people over 45 amounts to about 48 million people here in the United States. So it is a common thing. 41% of people who were alone 6 years or more felt lonesome. 31% of people from 1 to 5 years without a partner, single, say they're lonesome. 26% who are only away from, alone to themselves for 1 year feel lonesome. So, it's a common thing. And if you're feeling that way, other people do. Take some comfort in knowing that other people do feel the way that you do, and you feel that you're the only one left. And what are you going to do with your time now? What are you going to do? And sometimes you even get to the point where you feel nobody must like me. And I don't think that's true. I think there's somebody, there's somebody that likes you. My circle is very small. Most of the people that I associate with are immediate family first. And then there are some other people that I associate with outside of immediate family, but not very many. Some of the reasons why is if you moved around a lot when you're younger like me and you didn't make a whole lot of friends that you could keep for a long time, you end up not having the friends that you had known because you didn't stay there and remain friends over the years. Some people, they decide to create boundaries. That was another reason I do not have a lot of the friends that I used to have, is because when you cut off toxic people and toxic situations, and that's good for you, that's a good thing for you to do, and make boundaries, you're not going to have as many people around. And I've heard the same thing from other people who, recovering addictions, people, alcohol or drugs, they don't have the people to hang out with. They can't go to the bar anymore. They have no friends because they feel that the friends they had that were their friends, that were pretty much just there to get a buzz on and do what everybody was doing. I don't know if they were really friends at all, but, it is a loss when you don't have the regular people that you're used to being around anymore. Some people are just shy or have social anxiety, and some people just prefer being alone, and that's okay. If you're content being alone, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm pretty content being on my own. It's not that hasn't been that way forever. I have learned to be that way. And I do have some tips for you if you are feeling lonesome, if you don't have a circle, some of the things that you can do to be around other people and decrease some of the loneliness that you may feel because you don't have someone at home to talk to. I have the dogs, but they're not very good conversationalists. So sometimes I'm really looking for another adult to talk to because there's just me at my home. One of the things you can do is attend religious services. And, don't laugh about it. Don't snicker about it. Don't put it down. Religious services are a good place to meet people, to meet good people, to feel a part of something, to feel some unity in something, to even go back to an old faith that you may have had years and years ago that you haven't really thought about. And now that we are older, most of us, including myself, do tend to think about our faith because we are, looking to see what is going to happen to us in this next life. I'm pretty sure that I'll have a next life, and I'd like to think that it's going to be nice. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it's going to be nice. But, you start to think about what's going to happen to you. And if you go back to your religion or you want to try something new, you can find that that is a good support system for you. Not just the people there, but your faith in your higher power is a very good support system for you. So that's a good thing to try to do, is try religious services. Connect with activity groups in your area. Oh, there's a lot of activity groups in this area. Everybody thinks, well, this is a small area, there's nothing around. But, if you look into it, there are people who bicycle all good weather, all summer long, all spring. They bicycle around the entire Chautauqua Lake. And a friend of mine just got into that probably in the last couple of years, and she really enjoys it. She can make it all around, she has a feeling of accomplishment. She can make it all the way around the lake and the bicycle. I don't think I could make it even halfway around the lake. But she enjoys that, and she's got to meet people like that. There's other groups, shooting ranges. We've got skeet ranges if you like to go out and target shoot. We have got a lot of sports, different sports, activity groups, golfing. There's a lot of things, a lot of activities in this area that you can find to join. Bowling leagues, bowling. If you were ever a bowler and you like to bowl, or you want to get out and you want to learn, there's all kinds of things that people do as teams, and they need team members that you can do. There is a restaurant around here, and this is something new to me. I just found this out not long ago, but it incorporates hatchet throwing as part of the entertainment at the restaurant. So that's pretty different. I'd like to grab somebody and go and check it out. Check it out myself. That'd be pretty interesting. One thing that you can do, especially if you're a lady and you want to keep busy and you want to meet other people and you want to have the company of other ladies, is to join your fire company auxiliary. Those ladies do a lot of stuff. They're always planning things, having things, fundraisers, making up little carnivals. A friend of mine from years ago, her mother was in the ladies auxiliary of their fire company, and they always had something going on. They were always having meetings, and they were always doing things to raise money, having little carnivals, spaghetti dinners, auctioning off things. I mean, they were busy. They had a lot going on, and not just join a fire company, but, volunteer for anything that you can volunteer in your area for. Volunteer to be a classroom aide for young children at school. They're always looking for people like that. There's a lot of things that you can do. And you can even go back to school. You can either go back to get a higher degree than what you already have. Sometimes you can take even classes like writing, macrame, painting. There's a lot of activities here too if you keep an eye out. There's painting evenings, trivia evenings. They're usually held at different locations. There's one that is wine and paint. You can drink wine while you paint. Everybody gets together as they take so many people as a group, and you can paint. So, there's a lot of things you can still learn. Learning keeps your mind healthy. It keeps your mind young. So I don't think that you ever get too old to learn something. So going back to school or taking classes is a good thing to do. Start exercising. If you have no motivation and you don't want to do anything and you just feel all soggy and all bad because you have nothing to do, start exercising. You're going to feel a lot better. It's going to be good for your health. It's going to get you motivated to get up and move around. So exercising is good for you. If you have pets, oh my gosh, go on walks with your pets. They love it. Travel. Let me tell you what I want to do. I still have a little ways before I'm going to retire. And I do feel lonesome sometimes, and I do feel like I don't have friends, even though I know I do. Have a few good friends that I can talk to and I associate with. And what I want to do is travel. I want to get a little camper to pull behind my truck. And there are lots of camping areas all across the United States where you get the senior citizen discount. If you are 60 and over, and some places are 55 and over, you can camp free. Just pull your camper in, put your tent up, hook up to the electric. You can camp for free. I'd love to just take a year if I could afford it. Just take a year and put my camper on the back of my truck and go from state to state, wherever I want to go. Pull in my free senior citizen camping area, unhook the camper and go in the truck and do whatever I want to do. I take my dogs with me if I wanted to. And I wouldn't ever have to worry about when I had to get back, actually. You could just take your time and take a good trip. When you were tired and you want to come home, come home. That's what I plan on doing. See something else. Strike up a conversation with people. I always have people that are trying to speak with me and want to talk to me when I'm out and around. And sometimes it's just nice to be able to talk to someone, whether they talk to you first or not. Some people, you strike up a conversation and they'll talk and they'll laugh. You can always have a conversation anywhere. You don't have to talk for hours and hours. You do not have to give up any of your personal information. But it's just nice to have a little conversation with people once in a while. One of the things you can do, this is last on the list because this would probably be last on my list, but go back to work. Go back to work part-time. There are so many people that I know that are retired, and I see them and I'll talk to them and I'll tell them, how's your retirement going? Are you enjoying yourself? Isn't it great to not have to work? And they're like, no, it's boring. They're bored. So some of them actually do go back to work part-time. And that's one of the things that is hard too. When you've had a career all your life, or you've done a certain thing all your life, if you were a fabricator, if you were a painter, if you're a doctor, a nurse, it's awful hard to give up your profession because that is what identified you the most in your life. That was your main identifier was, what do you do for a living? Everybody wants to know, and everybody kind of, identifies you by what you do. So once a nurse, always a nurse. Once a doctor, always a doctor. Once a painter, always a painter. You may not feel like your life is enriched by not doing your work. So if you feel like you want to go back, I'm thinking maybe I'll work maybe 3-4 days a month, maybe if I can help out and fill in for some extra money and, to just... until I gradually work my way out of feeling like being a medical professional is my identity. And I'm working more toward developing my own identity, and I think everyone should. But, it is awful hard. If you have a 30, 40, 50-year career in something, it's awful hard to let that go. So try these things. If you're feeling lonesome and you feel like your circle is small and you really need to get more activity out of life, you need to get more interaction, because it is good. To have friends is very healthy for the mind and body. So try some of these things. Always make confidence your superpower. Don't be afraid. Get out there and, if you talk to someone and you never meet them for the rest of your life, I don't think they'll worry too much about it, and you shouldn't either. Try mainly to be content with yourself. I am content with myself most of the time. I do try to find things that will keep me from feeling lonely. I do have pets. Pets really help. But, think about this. If you know someone who could use a little bit of information or feels the same way, like their circle's getting too small, please like and share this video. It'll help me out a lot too. Take care, everybody. Peace out.